This is John Paul Rye. I'm coming to you from Tokyo, Japan. Today's article is Disney, having lost 1/3 of its value, seeks to raise cash. That is absolutely mind-blowing. I mean, just a couple of weeks back or whatever, Disney was the biggest powerhouse ever. They felt absolutely invincible. Now, I've got a little pet peeve with Disney, but obviously not as a company on the whole. Okay? If you guys have been following me, you know I'm a pretty big Star Wars fan as far as Lucas Star Wars and Star Wars at its core, but not the Disney Star Wars, which I don't consider Star Wars. As we know, Star Wars got bought by Disney, sold by George Lucas for $4 billion. And it occurred to me that since Disney is in such bad shape, and that shape is probably not going to go back to its full glory anytime soon, now might be a great time for Lucas to buy back Star Wars. That would really give us more of a happy ending. Now, for me, we can't quite have a happy ending. The happy ending would have been to get Hamill, Fisher, and Harrison back on screen together, or at least have the characters respected in the movies. So we can't have that. But on paper, we could have Star Wars going at least back into the right hands. And maybe, just maybe, this whole Disney trilogy Star Wars disaster would motivate George to make maybe one final Star Wars movie or even a final trilogy to right this wrong and correct it and give the fans of, I would say, the true Star Wars, which is Lucas Star Wars, one final great cinematic experience. Disney, which was riding high at the start of the year with a $12 billion box office tally in 2019 and a smash new streaming service, has lost nearly 1/3 of its market value in the past month. The company decided last week to close its parks at Disneyland, Walt Disney World, and Disneyland Paris, in addition to its theme parks in Asia. The domestic parks and resorts alone comprise 30% of Disney's operating revenue, according to UBS. Hence the 1/3 value drop. Disney warned investors in another Thursday filing that the company was being impacted on all sides, with film releases and production being delayed, supply chains experiencing disruption, and ad sale decline. It doesn't sound like it could get any worse than that. And I want you guys to know I'm fully aware that Disney supports many, many families and people 100% innocent from ruining Star Wars. I feel like, in a way, this is a criminal who's got like 6 kids on a murder trial or something, and I'm like, god damn, like, I hate the guy, but if he goes to jail, what happens to these kids, So it's like a terrible catch-22. I can't fully wish the worst on Disney because they're kind of an economic support for thousands of people, but, in my eyes, Disney takes some responsibility for ruining Star Wars. So I want the right people to pay that price. And this is not the way I want it to happen. I don't hope anyone gets sick. I don't hope anything like that happens. I don't hope anybody goes broke forever and they're on the street. But I hope they learn their fucking lesson that, maybe karma does exist. Maybe I shouldn't have taken something people loved for 40 years and just pissed all over its surface and destroyed it for them. All those tattoos that were gotten over Star Wars, all those weddings, all those comics that influenced people drawing, songs, you name it. Literally everything has been pretty much thrown in a black hole, in a void that, we no longer feel the same about it. Even though we can separate Disney and Lucas in our minds, it's still there. It's still poisoned the fan base, where like now a good portion of the fan base loves it and calls it Star Wars and think it's great the way it is. So it'll just never be the same. So for those people directly involved, then, I hope they crash and burn. And, fuck it. That's it. That's how I feel. That's just straight 100% honesty. I can't get any more honest than that. So if you disagree, I don't know what to say. So let's work some numbers. Big number, $78.5 billion. That is how much has been wiped from Disney's market cap in the past month. It's a rough start to Bob Cappett's tenure as CEO, which he's not. Apparently, it seems Bob Iger has come back. Honestly, it doesn't mean so much to me. It's just going to be a guy in a suit trying to clean up the mess. So, doesn't matter. Bob or Bob, Capek or Iger, meh, can't really see the significance. Even once the pandemic passes, the economics of film may be completely different for Disney and the rest of the industry. Universal broke its theatrical window for releases earlier this week, and there is a question as to whether traditional studios will go back to releasing their films exclusively in theaters. So, I've got some opinions on this too. I've said on this channel that I think actors are the most overpaid and overrespected people in the world. Even singers and musicians still have to have, I think, more talent for the ones who are writing the songs themselves. All right, I guess it's close if you're just like kind of a lip singer and having your songs written for you. But the point is, I think that actors are probably the most respected and definitely overpaid people in existence. Brie Larson getting $5 million for Captain Marvel or something like that is in-fucking-sane. There's no reason you should pay someone to go in a studio, put on a suit, and, act not even great in that part. She just, mediocre performance and get $5 million. Could you think of how much $5 million would help a poor family or even like middle-class family or help the economy get back on its feet for a neighborhood or something for like thousands of people? Yet they give this one woman $5 million to go piss people off in a blue suit, basically. Yeah, I guess some people like the movie, whatever. You guys get my drift. So if the industry does change, maybe that's good. Maybe spread out some of that money. Stop going to the movies and seeing movies so much. Start putting it towards education. Put it towards something else. Put it toward the firefighters. Give it to the fucking hospitals who are fighting this disease. Don't give it to people who are making shit movies right now. They don't need it. They don't deserve it. And we don't want them to have it. And if that sounds harsh to you, that's the reality. Movies are just not that important where we need to spend billions of dollars a year on them. Hell, read a book. I got to tell you guys something else. The time of cinema being great is probably over. It's probably had its golden age. There's just too many cooks in the kitchen with it, and movies end up butchered by the time they get out. There's a few gems. Every year or two, a gem comes out, like The Joker, 1917. Things come out, but most of it is a mishmash of crap. That's one of the reasons I'm here hacking it. That's why the channel is Entertainment Hacker, because it's not actually hacker like computer hacker. It's actually meaning like a hacker, but the computer hacker thing just makes like a much nicer branding and icon, but that's not exactly what it is. Anyway, you guys let me know what you think down below. This topic went a few different places, but basically what I'm saying is look how bad Disney is. George, this is the chance to buy back Star Wars. So, if you're not subscribed here, smash that subscribe button. This one, just one of those brutally honest videos. So, that's just how it turned out. Alright, I will see you next time.
If you are not subscribed to this channel, The Entertainment Hacker, what are you waiting for? Smash that subscribe button now.
Central Parkway in the